Societies are not planned and implemented by anyone. They are complex dynamic systems, as are hearts, anthills, economies, and ecosystems. Although legislatures and policymakers undertake to construct and intervene in social systems, and what they do matters, they are not in control. Interventions can have unpredictable and often inimical effects. The society, so to speak, has a life of its own. Moreover, agents in a social system are shaped by it. We come to fit niches in the structure by internalizing the relevant norms for the positions we occupy, and coordination on available terms is imperative. This can make it difficult to even imagine escaping the system or intervening in a way that substantially transforms it, despite the fact that one of the most significant features of contemporary societies is their long-standing patterns of injustice, oppression, and harm. And yet, there are times when change seems to happen remarkably quickly. This year's Walter Benjamin Lectures will consider how a social theory sensitive to dynamic systems can help us understand social stability and radical social change.
Now, one of the biggest problems when you're thinking about social change is that top-down social change, or social change that is designed by the theorist, is oftentimes not just misguided, but it's disrespectful, it's not sensitive to the immediate demands of those who are most affected. So there's a kind of epistemic question here that I'm interested in, of how do you engage in social change with others who are very differently situated from you and have very different knowledge. And so I believe that situated knowledge about a circumstance, about the material conditions, about the environmental conditions, about the culture, that situated knowledge is absolutely essential for beginning to have an effect on how the systems are working. Agents of possibility involves agents in everyday life, agents that can bond together in groups of 2 or 3 or 103 or 1,003, that can get together and put pressure on the social norms so that the structures that are normative structures that guide our fluent agency are disrupted. And then we can begin to do things differently. Now, we've seen this happen already in the women's movement and Black Lives Matter and civil rights movement and disability movements. This has happened, but what I think we need to do is to develop more thoughtfully and mindfully an understanding of how these norms change and what prevents them from changing.